In the past 4 months, I used AI as a bit of a personal trainer. And in those 4 months, I've made more progress than the first 7 years of training combined. I used AI to help me plan my workouts, to create meal plans, to track my recovery, and even help me with injuries and mindset. I went from the worst shape of my life in March to looking like this in August. Having ChatGPT and AI played a very big role in this. Here's everything what worked for me, and it might help you on your journey as well. Part 1, how I track my progress. One of the biggest points here is talking to ChatGPT on a weekly basis. I tell it exactly how I'm getting on, my weight, my body fat percentages, how my workouts are feeling, like what I'm doing with my diet and stuff. Sometimes even tell how I'm recovering, or obviously if there's any sort of injuries, I kind of input that as well. The more data you actually feed it, the more of a tailored personal response you're actually going to receive. By logging all of this data, I can see patterns, I can see trends, I can adjust my workouts, I can adjust my macros as fit. Obviously, it will never be the same as having an actual human personal trainer, but this is the second best thing, especially considering you're not actually paying anything for this. And the key thing here is making sure that you're using the correct prompts. So let's split this up. Also, if my voice sounds a little funny, I've been ill over the past week, so I'm slowly recovering with some chamomile tea. Okay, the first thing we can talk about is the training program. So let's go and create a new chat. So you'll have a separate chat for training program, have a separate chat for nutrition, and you can have a separate chat for injuries and mindset kind of related stuff. That's the best thing you can do. Like for me, I prefer to have the training program and the nutrition stuff just in separate chats, but just whatever, however you feel like. First, you basically ask it to create a program. The prompt I would use is, could you write me a custom workout program? But first, could you ask me at least 10 questions so you can gather the info you need to create the program? And if you want to, you can input some personal stuff as well. So the following is just an example of what I would add. All of these questions will be asked to you by ChatGPT anyways. Here's some details which will help you tailor the plan. I want to gain muscle on a lean bulk, follow a high intensity, low volume style of training. I would train 3 days per week, 2 upper and 1 lower session. I would like to avoid heavy deadlifts and squats because of a lower back problem. Each workout must be between 40 to 60 minutes. You input all of that, basically fill out the questions it asks you about, and it will create something. Okay, I'm gonna follow one of these programs over winter and then we can see how it goes. And the next point is nutrition program. Again, as I was saying, you wanna start a new chat and you wanna ask ChatGPT to create a custom nutrition plan. The prompt which I would use, could you please write me a custom nutrition plan, but first can you ask me at least 10 questions so you can gather the info you need to create the program. And some of my custom inputs to consider include, I'm currently on a lean bulk doing about 2.8 thousand calories. Protein intake is between 1.6 to 2 grams of protein per kilogram of body weight. I'm on a fully plant-based diet and I want to follow Dr. Michael Greger's Daily 1000. I want to meal prep for 4 days at a time, and then current supplements I'm using is Raw Sports Repair Protein and then collagen peptide protein powder as well. Afterwards, again, you'll spit out 10 questions. You want to fill that out and it will create something for you. Personally, for me, I don't mind eating the same thing over and over again. Obviously, to you it might be slightly different. So again, just like customize it, see what it comes back. Again, like it's pretty self-explanatory when you're using it. Next thing is injury recovery and then rehab. Obviously, you can use AI to actually help you when things go wrong. If you get a tweak, if you get an injury, wherever else, you can be like, what you can say is, here's an injury I'm dealing with. Could you ask me at least 10 questions to better diagnose and help me come up with the plan to actually fix the injury? And you want to send it as much detail as you like. You can be like, okay, here's some exercise which I do, which I can't do because of this injury hurting or whatever. Then these are some of the exercises you can do, and then just basically give it as much info as you actually need. So ChatGPT will literally give you a stretch routine, mobility drills, safe exercises, substitutions, and kind of stuff like that. Just, experiment with it and then just see. Mindset and accountability. Again, as I was saying before, it's very important to feed it a lot of data. And the more data you give it, the more of a custom, more tailored output is actually going to provide. Okay, the way I use it is I obviously track all my data. I track every morning before I wake up, fucking hell. After I wake up, I weigh myself, and again, like I have I track all of that, and then every week sometimes even multiple times a week, I feed that data into ChatGPT, be like, look, am I going towards my goal, and or if I'm not, gives some sort of reassurance, especially if you're new to this, you're not sure if you're going in the right direction or if you're not. So giving it more input will be really beneficial. And then if you have any questions, if you have any concerns and stuff, again, just like say that, address it, and to make sure that you are going towards the goal you set out for yourself. Here I wrote that you can also ask for routines to optimize sleep, reduce stress, manage productivity, and all that kind of stuff. You can even ask it to do a whole routine for you. So give me a Sunday routine, 3 hours of meal prep, 1 hour of gym, and planning for the week. Basically help you understand yourself better. It can help you create habits which actually stick. Is it the same as a human coach? Obviously not. But is it like maybe 70 to 80% of the day? Probably. Like, I don't know what number you want to put towards it. Obviously with a human who can actually empathize with you, potentially being in the same place as you, who can mentally, I guess, guide you through it, somebody you can relate with. And of course, it's never going to replace that. But is it basically all the way there? Potentially. And who knows where, I guess, the world of AI will go. So if you're just like me and you're stuck in this kind of like skinny fat purgatory, or you're not in a shape where you want to be, so I would definitely consider giving this a shot, because again, it is really good. And yeah, just make sure that you're inputting as much data as you possibly can and see what it comes back at you. And if you're curious about my journey with getting into pretty good shape, here is my journey about it.